hell up, Canada. A peace deal has now been offered in the Middle East to Hamas to end the war in Gaza. Yet we continue to see massive protests all throughout universities in Canada. There are events put on by student unions, so-called honoring the martyrs. What's going on? This issue in Gaza is just a front for the fact that Western civilization is under attack right now from radical Muslims. It's absolutely under attack. People are blind to it. Within 40 years on our current trajectory in Canada, we will have Sharia law in this country. A war is being waged that liberal politicians will not tell you about, but anybody who follows the Ottoman Empire, radical Muslims across the world, they are engaging in taqiyya in this country. It is subversion of our culture, absolutely. We've been warned about it for decades. Of course, liberals refuse to heed these warnings. The West is under attack from radical Islamists, those of us in Canada who have not been propagandized by the CBC, CTV, and their total bullshit talking about how these are peaceful protests. That could not be further from the truth. Certainly, if you are a Jew, but also if you are a Christian who believes in a state of Israel, you are not safe. You are not safe on Canadian streets. These rallies are hate fests. They are un-Canadian. Fake body bags, fake blood on their hands, masks so you can only see the slits of their eyes, threatening anybody who gives any indication they're not with them 100%. The West, Canada, is under attack, and a percentage of our population is cheerleading it on. These woke ideologues have formed a temporary alliance with the jihadists. What do they have in common? They hate the West. It's an incredible psyop that's been pulled, but these woke ideologues think that the freest, greatest countries in the world are somehow these colonial oppressors. What I say to that is, you think Canada is a colonial oppressor? You think the United States is a colonial oppressor? And you're a feminist, you're gay? Go live in Iran. Go live under the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Go live in Iraq. Go live in Palestine. It's pathetic. These ahistoric morons who don't understand how incredible it is to live in a country with freedom of expression, freedom of religion, sovereignty. We are a historical outlier, and we have created the wealthiest, most prosperous countries in world history in the West, and we are being torn down by, we couldn't be torn down by radical Muslims on their own. The 56 countries that are majority Muslim cannot create 1/10 of the wealth that the West has created, because they are theocratic societies ran by thuggish religious dictators. Women are considered 1/10 of a human. It's so crazy to see feminists cheerleading these movements. Absolute insanity. Do you have any idea what a society where a woman who's forced to wear a burqa actually looks like for a woman, let alone a member of the LGBTQ or gay community? It's truly insane. They need co-authors in these countries, and that's exactly what they have with these moronic woke ideologists, particularly on university campuses. Our university campuses have been totally co-opted. This is how communist movements always work. It's the elite, it's the university professors teaming up to destroy Western civilization. And what we are going to see tomorrow, I've already seen so much advertising. It's going to be a hate fest unlike anything you've ever seen. And these hate fests have been raging for 2.5 years in Canada, unimpeded by our co-opted liberal government that's allowed 8 million people, including millions from the Middle East. The traitors in the Liberal Party over the past 10 years, Justin Trudeau, Mark Carney, are truly traitorous to this country. If Canada goes down, which at its current pace it will in the next 20 years, it's going to be due to useful idiots like Carney and Trudeau. You just watch. There's going to be a peace deal reached in Gaza, and these hate fests are going to go on, because ultimately it is not about what's going on in Gaza. It's about these people taking down the West. That is the ultimate goal. A lot of people don't understand how many radical Islamists are in the ranks. Of course, it's not all Muslims, but it's a large enough percentage, certainly a large enough percentage. There have been 76,000 terrorist attacks carried out by Muslims since the year 2001. You compare that to Christian, Jewish terrorist attacks, not even a hundredth of the terrorist attack. Is in many ways a death cult, a terrorist regime, a totalitarian religion. Islam's definition is submission. It is a totalitarian religion. It says, I have the answer to everything. You must obey me. I'm not anybody's. I don't want to live under any regime like that. I don't care what their belief system is. I certainly don't want to live under Sharia law, where blasphemy results in a death sentence, where a man sleeping with another man results in a death sentence. A woman is not allowed to leave the house without written permission from a man. Canadians, I beg of you, wake up to what is going on in this country. We are under attack by a radical religious group, and there is nobody more fanatical, nobody more dangerous than a radical group, religious group. Look back, read about the Ottoman Empire. What's happening right now, there are historical parallels, but I don't think ever has a Western nation that's been so incredibly successful had such a large percentage of the people inside, because they couldn't do it on their own, inside co-opted and working alongside the jihadists, which is what you see at our universities, what you see among our so-called professional class. It's pathetic. Watch the hate fest tomorrow. Stay alert. I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty on our streets. Canadians, we need an election as soon as possible. Write your MPs. If we don't get rid of Mark Carney's allowing another 1.5 million people into the country in 2025. If we don't get rid of this guy within the next 6 months, I seriously fear for even 5 years into the future for Canada. This guy allows police escorts. This guy's as woke as it gets. Look into his creepy past. Police escorts for these radical extremists. It's disgusting. Police supporting these people over Canadian citizens exercising their right to film on their own streets. Canada has become a woke, I don't even know exactly how to define it, but the country, it's so sad. It was such a great country just 20 years ago. We've been taken in by this woke mind virus, and we need to wake the hell up. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member if you'd like to support. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following YouTube, youtube.com/surviveforcanada. It's really time for patriotic Canadians to fight back.